7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother.
All power to the people. It's the Bruh Listen Podcast, the black podcast focusing on social political issues and how they affect our community. With your hosts, Bree Ward, Cedric Vaughn, Matt Smiley, and Anthony Rogers. Bruh Listen. Bruh Nation, what's good? We back at it again. Episode number what? What number this is? 16, 7, yeah, I wish it was 75. We can take a day off. Episode number 16. Right before we came on here, if you was on the YouTube live, we appreciate everybody listening on the watching on the YouTube live. You would have heard us talking about how Jameis Winston is the black Donald Trump. So that's what's up. Brill don't even like that I said that. You don't think that Jameis Winston black Donald Trump?
That. We wasn't talking.
We
about
was just talking about.
He the young Bill Cosby. That's not the same thing.
That nigga the black Donald Trump, bro.
Oh my God.
Straight up. But nah, man, we appreciate everybody coming back, man, and checking us out again. We feeling good. Y'all feeling good? Everybody?
Right.
Tank said he all right. So.
Right.
And once he get half that bottle down, he'll be good again.
Give me a minute.
He'll be straight. But yeah, man, this week, man, we coming at y'all. We going to talk about the black family structure. I know it's something that Bria been wanting to talk about. She suggested it. I couldn't talk. Tank brought it up. I thought you
brought it up. I ain't bringing this shit up.
Oh, goodness. Okay. All right. It's okay.
Boy, y'all got to read them texts.
We off the rails. Intern Bud, what you doing? Where's the script? Nah, it's all good, though. But we going to talk about black family structure, man, and, like, what you think the proper black family structure is, and do you think that the black family structure today, modernly, is being upheld the way it should for us to prosper? So who wanna start out? Who wanna get started? Because I always just pick somebody.
Ding, 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 ding.
Do your thing.
I started.
Start it off, cuz.
All right, tell you what's wrong with these black families.
Which ones?
Which ones?
Which ones? But nah, I think I think the black family structure, in my opinion, should be to head of the household. Somebody got to be the king, right? And then you get help from your queen, right? And I think when you have a queen running the household, and the man is not really the what do you say?
The king.
The
head.
They're gonna see the pussy ass niggas out. They're gonna throw that word out there that I hate. That toxic masculinity. What faggot came up with that shit? Oh, and they're supposed to say,
get back on the families now. Get back on the families now.
Because when you say that a man should be, and it shouldn't be a woman, I mean, that's when everybody have a problem with that.
You think that a man should be
man got to be
of
lead.
Of the family
man
structure.
got to lead the right way, right path to go, and the woman helps him, guides him along that path.
That's cool.
But he got to have a man running the household, because I'm working for a bitch now and I want to kill her. But the only thing that stops me is because I might go to jail.
Get back to your family now. Get back to your family now.
Oh, my
Leave your
goodness.
job alone now. Bud. Hot mic.
Intern Bud over there trying to figure out stuff for Flag on the Play. He done completely gave up on brother. Y'all check out Flag on the Play every Tuesday at 6 p.m. Yeah, man. Okay, so Matt, what you think the family structure? What you think, man? Tank said the man run it and the woman help out.
Well,
Help him guide him through it.
Speaking about families in general, what I think has become a problem in present times is that society has made it to where we focus so much on the individual. It's so much about how many people I can get to like me, follow me, how big of a star I can get to be. That people have diminished the relationships, because family is that one relationship that you can't end. You can divorce somebody, you can break up with somebody. You can't end, family bonds. And at the point where we started to say, you know what's important is you as the individual. How big of a star are you? How much of a success are you? To the detriment of how good are we as a family, it's reflected in society. That's why there is this ever-growing gap of the haves and the have-nots, because as people start to have more, they hoard more and not share. I'm not no communist. I'm not a socialist.
I'm a socialist.
Yeah, I might sound like one, but what I'm really saying is nobody can climb to the top of the mountain by themselves, right? And if you're not gonna pay the goat herder his fair share for helping you get up there, you're not gonna stay up there.
Well, pay him something.
That's all I'm saying.
That's all he's
You ain't
saying.
got to give everybody
Give
the
him-
same
give him
check.
some kind of money.
Don't pay him like a boss if he's not the boss.
That's
but
it.
make sure he got a check.
That's it.
Well, I agree with Tank that the family structure should be, of course, the male and then the woman and then, of course, the kids. But I feel like for Black families specifically, I feel like having the male there in the house is like detrimental, especially for Black men, like when they're younger. I don't think that a Black woman can give them everything they need, and they're always going to feel like they have like a part of them that's missing unless they have a male in their life to show them what it's supposed to be like. So I agree that it needs to be like the family needs to be whole in order for it to prosper.
A woman can't raise a Black man to know everything that he should know,
Yeah, no.
or to be a man,
It's-
and a man can't
just like-
raise a
yeah.
daughter.
It's just a missing balance.
Yeah.
When you
Yeah.
don't have both sides to compare and contrast against, when you've only got one source of information on this is how I should be, you're gonna get a skew one way or the other. Either you're gonna be super feminine or you're gonna be super masculine.
And I think that's something that's plaguing the Black community right now anyway, is identity. Like most niggas just don't know who they are or where they came from or how they're supposed to be. And so they're just doing what they see on TV and then they're following these stereotypes and there's no direction for it.
I seen a video of a young nigga slap the shit out of bitch. That nigga had to be like 15 or something like that. He was like 15. And the nigga just, I don't know what the female was doing or whatever. Must have did something he didn't like. And he just, whop, whop, whop. I'm thinking, this nigga can't handle that in the house.
Yeah.
Ain't no way, it's a male figure. He had to be raised by bitch, excuse my language. Or whatever.
Intern Bud just tossed me this. Children in a single parent family by race. I don't care about all the other ones, so we just gonna talk about the Black ones. As of 2000,
context, man.
yeah, okay, I will give you context then. So Black families in 2016, when this was taken, single family, like just one parent homes, is 6,281,000, which is 66%. So more than half the Black homes are single family. Now, a little context. Non-white Hispanics, so they do white people. I hate when they write it like that.
Say that.
It's
No.
eight-
Non-white
dude, I
Hispanic,
hate that. I hate that. That's
not Spanish.
That's a bit. Tank about to relish in this. That's a Bill Clinton thing, though. By the way, y'all. Bill Clinton came up with the non-white
ain't no
Hispanic
fucking
thing
Republican.
or whatever. No, but you hate. Like
what?
all Democratic shit.
No, I
Anyways, white families is 8,766,000, which is 24%.
Can I tell you how that skewed? Let me tell you how that skewed before. You got some more?
You know what the smallest one is though?
But
Asians.
That tiny population.
Yeah,
course.
only
let me
16%.
tell you how that skewed because they say because the
Thanks,
statistics of not being a Black father, that shit gets skewed because it's a lot of single parent home, but that don't mean that the father is not in the child's life. Just because it's a single parent don't mean that just because the child lives with mom don't mean that the dad
Right.
is not there.
That
kind of
chart
throws it off.
That chart is just showing homes where the father is not in the home based on the census.
What about stepdaddies?
Yeah, I think that would count.
Is it?
though.
Are they covering
Does
step?
That would
As,
count. That
yeah.
would count.
So that covers everything?
Because this is based on the census, and like when they take the census, does the father of the child, live in the house? And that's still a high 66%.
Two
Too
out of
high.
three.
That's too high, bro. But do you think that? Matt just said stepdaddy, so that was what I was gonna ask you guys. Do you think that? You can be a single mom or a single dad and then have somebody be the other role that come in that's not the mother or the father?
Depending on how responsible you is in picking who you
There
fuck.
go.
Nah, that ain't what I mean like that.
What you talking about?
I don't mean necessarily just the,
The
step
next man
parent.
up.
I just mean like it could be the granddad, it could be the uncle, it could be whoever. Do you
No.
like
See, I
it's
think,
not the same?
Well, there's a difference in having a force present in your life at all times.
Right.
It's one thing to know that every day I come home, it's gonna be some grown man checking for how I did in school today versus well on the weekends my daddy gonna come and if I been bad, real bad at some point during the week, they might call him. But if it's an average day, typical bad, barely bad, it's not gonna be no consequences. Or it's just gonna be, oh, I did something extreme. Now they done call granddaddy to come around here and check me.
But I think that having a different role model or somebody else that's there that says, hey, your dad's not in the home, but I'm going to, bring you to your uncle's house so he can mentor you. I think that's better than having nobody at all.
You gotta
Or
have
you don't-
somebody.
Something
yeah.
beats
You gotta
nothing.
have somebody. You gotta have somebody. I don't know, man. I think that one thing that have to be addressed with the black family thing, with that 66% or whatever, right? Because even in 2016, I still think it's a fallout of this that I'm about to mention. I think something have to be said about the crack generation, man. That junk really, I think it really messed up the black family or whatever. Like, people don't really give it enough credit for how bad it messed up black family structure. I bet if you look up if you can see how many double parent black homes it was in the 60s and 70s. Because I bet if you look up back in the day, I bet it wasn't like that.
A lot of people would say that a lot of my what they call hotep niggas, salute, would say that it started in like the 60s.
That's a dog whistle?
No. The hotel. He's shouting out the hotels. He's shouting out now we ain't no hotel.
Dr. Umar. Shout out my nigga.
Hotels. It's a type of woke nigga, but
Tell me something.
Tank fuck with y'all. I don't. I'm straight.
I fuck with y'all.
I'm straight, y'all hotels.
Look
Y'all
up.
from West Africa. Not East, but go ahead. Do your thing, run your thing.
I don't need that caveat. I don't need that caveat.
It's a whole other
But
show.
all right, they would say a lot of most of them say that it started in the 60s when with the HUD and the Section 8 of things, and it wasn't just that it was in. It wasn't just that it was enforced. It was that if you want to. They fucking with poor people and poor black people. You got a baby, and they say if you want to get this money and you want to get this rent free, then it cannot be a man in the house. What kind of bullshit is that?
Same
they
thing
made
like
sure
with
they
child
enforced
support.
it like you cannot have a man
But
there.
that kind of makes sense because if you got a man in your house,
He need to pay the bill.
what kind of man you got?
But I'm just saying when you throw that out there, but like, I pay for this, I pay for this, it gives you an incentive to not fuck with the nigga. If
or
the
to
nigga
fuck
does-
So
with
you
niggas
saying-
that can get you a house.
But you right, but you saying I see what Matt's saying because it's like saying
Oh, yeah,
like
I
you
see
saying
both
these,
sides, like,
these
yeah.
women like because what they trying to say with the HUD thing is like, are you like willingly like you trying to say they willingly not gonna mess with a dude so that they can get the free HUD house?
I mean,
Because you know they still gonna mess with the dude. The dude's still there. He just
either
leave
way
when the
with the
inspection
dude in
time.
the house or the dude outside of the house.
But how
they
many-
was treating black people like crap. So I mean, if you want to get they throwing out the bones, then you
But
want the
how many
bones.
women kicking out their good husband with the good job for a husband?
No,
that ain't happening.
Right.
That wasn't
See,
happening
see,
then.
what's on the
That
That wasn't
ratchet?
happening
See,
then.
I gotta be like Tank on this one. We ain't talking about
Yeah, we ain't
them.
talking about
The
them.
HUD voucher, to me, what that goes to is more what I was saying earlier, this sense of, as an individual, independence, self-reliance to the extreme. To where, okay, ain't no man here, I'm fine. I got a voucher that's going to help me support this. I'll make enough to pay for them to have that, and then I can do what I want. You saying the crack epidemic thing, I think it had to do with this feminism, the rise of the
Oh, that's another
individual,
what?
you know, the super strong
Yeah.
black woman.
Yeah, I don't think
need
it got
no-
something to do with feminism. I'm gonna get right back to that, Matt. Let me just give these statistics because intern Bud on point today. So in the 50s, today, when he
50s.
not googling
Whole
topics
3
for a
minutes
flag on the
early.
play, yeah, and he showed up 3 minutes early. Bruh Nation, he on point. In the 50s, 78% of black homes had both parents married couple, both parents. 60s, it was 74. 70s, it was 68. And then the crack epidemic in the 80s, it went down to 50. The 90s, it was 50 again. And then 48 and 91. So it's been going down ever since.
But if you look at like average earnings too, because you got to think there was a time in this country where one working parent
Could afford
support
it.
a
Now,
whole household.
And I agree with you 100%. And that's a whole nother show we need to have about how the freaking wage don't reflect the rent. It's not
At
even
all.
close. If your rent, the average rent in Jacksonville right now is like $700 or whatever, right? But the average salary is like $600. So you $100 short off gate. It's just. I don't know. Y'all need to vote.
affordable housing.
Yeah.
Where
y'all
is
need
it?
to vote. Y'all need to vote. But I want to get back to what Matt just said about feminism because that was going to be my point. I think a lot of this have to do with feminism. And I know it's some feminist that's my friend on Facebook that's probably about to defriend me now. But I think that junk is detrimental to women in general, bro. Because I think what
It ain't
happens is...
detrimental to white women.
No,
It
you don't
helps
think
them.
so?
No, hell
Well,
no.
you
It
right,
helps
because
them.
they already got privilege
But
set
see,
up.
the niggas got the thought that what the white women are doing, that involves them, so they be all with it, and they don't understand white women just
That's
talking
my
about
thing
white
about
women.
That's my thing about black feminists. Why you want to follow behind the white women? Like what
Because they
what they
follow
ever
you.
got you?
Wait, I'm not really sure what y'all saying right now. I'm kind of so.
So what he's saying
But no, my question is this: it works for white women. To what end? That it doesn't work for black women.
Yeah,
because they
I
still
don't see
get
how it works for
favorable
either.
positions over black women
Well, even if they
Over
weren't
black
feminine,
people.
But
even
they
if they
still get
weren't
treated like crap
feminists.
by their men.
or whatever.
So what's
I
the
mean,
difference?
it go. I mean, it's
Well,
like
I
a
was gonna
pecking
say,
order.
I was gonna say it's because it is. The white people come from privilege in the first place. Black people don't come from privilege. I'm not saying all black people poor. I'm talking about privilege in general. So, like, you have the privilege to be like, I'm an independent woman and da 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 da. When you're a white woman, and you can do that, and people like, oh, I'm woman, Henry roar, burn your bras and shit like that or whatever, right? And then when you're a black woman and you do it or whatever, it seems like it's good, but they, like Tank said, they already shitting on you anyway.
Are you talking
I
about-
get what
are
you're
you talking
saying.
about
I get
Oprah?
what you're saying.
No, I'm not. See, but you
And
can't
you
point
had it,
out
and-
just
no,
one.
no,
Because what I'm saying is, there in any group, there's gonna be women who feel like I don't need a man.
But you think Oprah a feminist?
or there's going to be women who say I seek to be equal with a man, but that's going to happen in any population of women.
I don't think either one of those are a feminist, real, true point of view. They may say that, but I don't think that's what they really.
Because they're women. What they say and what they mean.
No. Whoa. Whoa. Wait a minute.
Them women, they lie. They lie.
Put a skate hat.
They lie.
I just feel like when I run into feminists or whatever, I feel like feminism has evolved into this thing where it's about bashing men. It ain't got nothing to do with like empowering women
That's
anymore.
extreme, though.
You don't think so?
That's
I don't think that's too
extreme.
extreme, bro. But my
I don't think
experience
so.
is, goddamn it,
What's your experience with feminists, bro?
They bash men that they don't shave their pussy or their underarms.
See what I'm saying? So clearly, you know a feminist.
That's what they do.
Because I'm gonna tell you
Fuck them
something.
hoes.
Hey, I would say he is 85% accurate on the shave thing. He is 100% accurate on the bash man.
Them hoes don't like the shade.
Ellen
It was a thing.
DeGeneres, if
First
you
of all,
don't like the
seriously,
feminist show.
No, this is serious.
I don't think the shave thing matter. I think you're right. I am agreeing with you. I don't think that
Non-feminists.
matter to your point.
Are there any non-shaving non-feminists?
Yes,
I
there
feel like
are.
that's a very
There
individual
are.
choice.
Sides.
I've met some very hairy unfeminists.
And they need to switch sides.
And most of the
Why would I
feminists is
expect them to say
dykes.
that? Oh my God.
Most of them they
be what?
they dykes because they don't even fuck with niggas no
You
more.
are just
or whatever.
not helping our
Hardcore
point.
feminist is.
different
It is. It's true.
Oranges, bananas.
It's all right.
You're not helping my point though.
I ain't trying to help your point. I'm just stating the
No,
truth.
but I asked you to
I'm
help
not
my
really
point.
sure that that's
Big
all the
hairy
stuff-
dykes
All the
that don't like niggas. That's a feminist. They big hairy dykes that don't like niggas. All right, that's what it is.
Take you out of control.
all the stuff you bringing up is irrelevant
All right, well go ahead
to what I
on.
was saying.
Intern
Well,
Bud,
finish
pull
your
mic
point.
3.
Finish your point, my nigga.
What I was saying was,
Black families.
I just think that feminism, it's just like when women hear the INDEP, it's the same thing. They feel like I can absorb myself from a man. Like I don't need a man. I don't need nothing to do with a man because men are negative. That's what I feel like the feminist movement do. And when you put that fight on men, then even if a man is trying to be there, they get pushed away, I think, some of the time or whatever. Like in a situation where you may not be, like you say, the dude may not be in the home or whatever, right? I just watched a video today on Facebook. The dude and the chick, they not together, but they both trying to co-parent and raise this daughter, but the woman giving him a hard time about just getting his baby. He filming the video. He like, I gotta film you when I pick up my daughter because you always stir up some stuff. I just want to get my baby.
Well,
in peace.
that's personal shit with a bitch, man.
That's just a poor
different
choice
from
in
fem-
going
I
to
don't think
bed.
that
That's
bitch ain't got
different
nothing.
from feminism.
That bitch ain't got nothing to do with feminism. That's
You
just
don't think so?
that's just an insecure hurt bitch by this nigga, and that's the power that,
But you
that
don't
she
think
have over
you don't
him.
think that constantly hearing that you don't need a man adds to that attitude?
Of course
Not
it
that
is.
bitch.
I mean,
Did the dude a sorry dude?
I don't know.
Right. No, that's he probably not. He probably not a sorry dude, but it's just that's the power. See, this is what having you have a baby with the wrong bitch, with a ratchet bitch. Now she has that power over you if you really want to be involved in the child life and not fuck with her. So in order to fuck with the baby, it's like you gotta fuck with her, or you're gonna run into a situation like that where you're gonna be like, no,
That's
you ain't getting your baby, or even if she do get your baby, you gonna have to go through bullshit just to see the baby because she still feel like, why he ain't fucking with me?
You shouldn't.
Cause you trash, bitch.
I
You shouldn't
think
go ahead, bro. I'm
that-
sorry.
Fix it, Bria. Fix it.
Oh yeah, you coming back to the pod? You supposed to save it? I
Oh,
fucked it
my-
up last week.
oh, my
Oh, you
goodness.
thought I didn't hear y'all outside? Run your mouth. Run your mouth.
Don't take it out on me. I was in.
Put y'all niggas in a circle after this. Go ahead, Bria.
I think that the whole I'm an independent woman thing is is going too far. I think that when you're talking about independence and you're able to, and you're stable and you're able to sustain yourself and provide for yourself, that's one thing. But I don't think you have to completely discount needing a man in your life. I still think that in order for families to have a good structure and for kids to grow up and be successful, that they need to have both in their life. And I think that sometimes feminism does go too far in the bashing men. I don't think that you should bash men. We all have to coexist and live with each other. So I just don't.
If
feel
you're
like
heterosexual, you need a man. I just don't understand. I just don't understand I don't get it. Like if you heterosexual, you need a man.
You need the right man.
Unless you want to be asexual.
You need the right man.
Right.
Because just having to have
Yeah,
is worthless.
Yeah.
And I think
Tank, by the way, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry, I got to get this in. By the way, intern Bud just told me only 12% of feminists are lesbian. Don't even respond.
Oh, I got to respond.
take it all in. Just take it
Are
all
you
in.
going to believe that?
Wait, I want Matt to finish his point.
But
Go
you know
ahead.
why? You know why I will believe that? Because a woman saying that I'm strong and powerful and capable isn't saying a man isn't or a man can't control me. All she's doing is asserting her claim.
Very true. Very
Right?
true. Very
Me
true.
saying that I'm the best spades player at this table don't mean y'all can't play. It don't mean that.
You just saying
it
you
may
the
not
best.
even be true.
Right.
But I take that ass to the woodshed.
When we say that
You know
this is
what
the
I'm
best
saying?
podcast on the internet, that mean that though. So that's real.
Pull up the facts.
It's all relative.
We're the number one podcast.
But you
on
know,
the west
I
side
just
of
want to play
Jacksonville.
devil's advocate real quick before we get off of this or whatever. So a woman that's maybe listening to this show, that's raising her kid by herself, that don't have a dude or whatever, and feel like she don't need a dude and she doing a damn good job, what would y'all say to her? Like, what would y'all say to her to convince her that there needs to be a male influence in her kid's life?
What, you want us to convince a bitch like that or something? But ain't no convincing nobody like that. She
Not if you called her a bitch off the first
Strong.
part
Right.
of the
I was just
conversation.
saying, why she got that?
You ain't doing it.
hey, that's how I talk. Now, if I see her personally and I know her personally, I wouldn't call her a bitch.
Okay.
But for all general purposes, if this bitch is like that, you can't tell her nothing about how she raising her son because she been doing it by herself without whoever the fuck nigga that she decided to let skeet in her irresponsibly and make the baby
Take two.
or whatever. So she's been doing it by herself, doing a good job. You can't tell her nothing or whatever. She's not gonna listen to no advice.
Especially
When you
if her
talking
kids
about-
got all straight A's and they go to school.
yeah, if your kid's doing good, it is because there is instances where the kids is doing good. But if the kids is fucking up,
I would say
What you gonna say,
to
Matt?
any single parent, keep your eyes open because stepdaddies and stepmommies are real
They
things.
exist, and there are good ones.
And at the point when you find somebody who aligns with your values, don't be afraid to take that chance.
And that's what I think it's about. Like what we said earlier, it's about the right man. Like
Right.
she just needs to wait for the right person to come along that's gonna add to her life and not
There
take
we go.
away. Like I don't think she can never be. She can
Don't
be
make the same
convinced,
mistake twice.
right? It just needs to be the right person that comes in and benefits her life and her child's life for the better.
I'ma
So she
put
can
more-
be convinced.
I'm gonna put more responsibility on the women because men, goddamn it, we will fuck.
Anything?
We had this
Anything.
discussion. This was off of bro listening, but we was talking
Listen
about.
after dog.
Lord, I don't even know if I want to put this out there.
Say
And
it.
don't.
I didn't say it. It was your co-host over here was like,
You mean Matt?
I ain't even gonna put that out there.
Yeah,
Okay,
because man ain't
there we
saying
go.
Oh, I ain't embarrassing nothing. I said,
Oh, you
say
ain't
it.
embarrassed?
Say it.
Cuz said if Riri body is been dead, if it ain't been longer than 5 minutes, he might still fuck.
I think I did say that. I don't recall if I said that or whatever. But I think I did say
Nah.
that.
Rihanna?
Yeah,
Riri.
Come on, it's
Everybody know
Rihanna.
Riri.
Does it matter
If
who
she
dead
was-
body?
Does it matter who dead body?
It don't matter.
no, it do matter.
I just wanted to clarify who you was
It
talking
do
about.
matter.
No, it do.
That's
I'm not going. No.
That's also disgusting.
Not if it's the end of the world and it's zombies.
I'm not gonna fuck any
Sit
dead
down,
body.
bud.
But if it's Riri and she just passed away, boy, whew,
Ooh, this creepy.
Ooh, it's gonna be
But
hard to turn
what
down.
we
What
talking about? I'm glad he brought
Why
that
are we
up.
talking about it?
No. I'm glad he brought that up because it's a good point. Because here's
Yeah,
why
thank
it's a
you.
good point.
Please make
Give
the
him a
point.
point. Give him a point.
Because what the point Tank trying to make is niggas ain't shit. And when it comes to who they picking, who they fucking.
That's not
But the
And they just
women,
gonna do it.
Well, women have to be better than us because we got this. We got this thing called semen. That's constant.
Wow.
Our nuts are constantly making semen, constantly making something that we got to get rid of. You know, if you don't jack off or doing that, you might get pancreatic cancer. Not
Do you-
pancreatic,
do you-
prostate cancer.
It's a reason. It's a reason that at this table we don't have 15 kids.
Yeah,
because we done made enough choices with all this semen.
No. The only reason I ain't got 15 kids because I ain't.
You made good choices with your semen?
Hell no. I'm just proud of my thing. Still working. Ain't got no bumps on it.
Are you making the same choices?
What?
Are you making the same choices you would have made 10 years ago?
I'm married now, sir.
See what I'm saying? right. Man up, Malik. You out here just busting. Bam.
No. But see, this is my point, Matt.
What that nigga said earlier, try your bustle.
Bam.
Bomb. This is my point, Matt. Now,
She cute. Bomb.
I'm a responsible nigga.
Now.
All right. Now.
Okay.
I've always been responsible with my dick though. But it's a lot of niggas just not or whatever.
That's
the
what I'm talking to,
the women.
reckless
It's
niggas.
more on the women.
reckless ones.
Yeah, it's more on the women to pick a nigga that
Just like y'all are reckless with the sex, women are sometimes reckless with their emotions.
You
can't be the head of the household and then be like, baby, this is important. I want you to handle this.
You can't do that.
I kill him.
Kill me. Now, you should be more responsible with what you put inside of your body, right? All right, that's your health. That's your personal health. You should be more concerned with what goes inside of you.
And you should be more concerned of what you go inside of.
No, not necessarily. I can put my finger in a lot of pussy and ain't nothing gonna happen.
Do you put your pee-pee in the garbage disposal?
No, you wrong.
Because you care about where you put your body.
You wrong, cuz, because what you're doing, you double standarding.
You are.
And let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. Because Matt just said something or whatever. You can't want to be the man of the house and not be a man. If you want to be the man of the house, you have to lead. You can't say let me finish. You can't deflect. You can't say I want to be a man of the house, but I'm a except for this, right? So the same thing.
Or if it's hard.
The same thing can't go for a feminist. A feminist can't say I want equality, and then when I tell you at work that I'm not lifting that box for you or whatever, and you like, why I'm a girl. You can't say that.
Too heavy.
That's different, man.
No, it's not. It's the same thing.
No, you know how that's different because it got to be double standards in some stuff because that box might be too fucking heavy for a woman to lift.
If the job say if you sign a thing at your job and it say everybody at the job have to lift 50 pounds, man or
See,
woman.
what you're speaking about is the gentleman's code. Because the average gentleman ain't gonna watch a woman struggle with a box.
Bruh Nation, I'm not the average gentleman.
You talking about that
don't have nothing to do with her being a feminist, not being a feminist. That's different. But who you
Either
sticking?
you want to be equal or you don't.
But who? No.
All that equal shit is bullshit.
No, it ain't.
Y'all
Now,
pushing
see, let me tell you something.
Oh, we pushing it? I'm not lifting your box, Bria. Fuck your box.
I live my own box.
Right. Cool.
Bria, you a goddamn lie.
Now when she throw her back out, is she out for 6 weeks? And you gotta lift the next boxes.
There's more ways to lift boxes than with my hands.
Oh well, all right.
What a dolly.
My bad, kickbox.
Thank you.
Yeah, you'll smile at Coon Sanova and he'll come pick it up for you. See? Then that's how they get you. Use what you got to get what you want.
It's a body on the set.
Bria, you don't sit your ass.
We appreciate your time.
She gotta smile, this ugly ass nigga.
All right.
I'm sick of you, Tim. Why are you here?
In case you need a box lifted.
In case you need a box lifted. I heard Bria was back on the pod. You wasn't here last week.
Fuck that nigga.
But now I'm looking over here and I got a black raccoon on my couch. Bruh Nation, don't ever say that we're not inclusive, okay? Because I literally have a coon sitting on my couch right now. We are rehabilitating him one day at a time.
You can tell a coon's eyes from the rest of their face. He's just another brother.
No, he's like a panther. You know, panthers are jaguars, but all they spots black. They just covered with black spots. They really like not just all black.
I don't know.
That's like Tim. He's a raccoon, but his whole mask over his whole face.
Tell me that a panther is old super spotted leopard.
Yeah, look that up. Look it up.
What did you say?
I know it's true because I heard it on Zaboomafu.
All right.
So you saying Zaboomafu ain't teach me right as a child?
You're right.
I don't know what the fuck a Zaboomafu is.
Making up stuff.
But
You remember Zaboomafu?
What is that? Is it animals on there?
Is that a show?
My bad.
No, okay.
While I was watching Zaboomafu, Tank was trapping. Like, I know he was 12, but he was out there.
What is
Zaboomafu sound like a program.
It's a show that used
They
to
got
come
big, hairy, dyke
It used to
feminists
come-
on.
No, oh my God. No, it used to come on
can't
They
that.
on
We're not moving
Zaboomafu.
on.
Don't it sound like it?
Not
No.
moving on.
It sounds like Gullah Gullah Island. I figured it was a
like
kid.
Gullah
It's kinda
Gullah
like that,
Island.
yeah.
It's a kid
Okay.
show
Okay.
that teach you about like animals and stuff. It's zoology. It's the Kraft brothers, and they tell you about
Oh,
animals.
okay.
and they had a legal, anyway, whatever, man. But that being said, man,
Black families.
That means
yeah,
what?
that being said,
We need
man.
better ones.
Yeah, we
Good
need
ones,
better.
strong ones.
But don't forget that it take a village, man.
At the end of the day,
Yeah, it take a
Agreed.
village, man.
At
So
the end of the
you know,
day.
black families and all that. It is what it is. We got to stay strong regardless of the adversity, man. And it take a village. If you see somebody who need male guidance and you can do it. That's how I feel about
All
it.
right, it seems like we all turn toward the male guidance. What about the woman guidance?
Same thing. If you
Same.
see it,
Yeah.
yeah, same
Definitely.
thing. Do it.
I'm not gonna say it's the same thing.
Okay.
I'm gonna say
Talk
that.
to me. Talk to me.
That's why I said equality of bullshit, because it's different for boys and girls. How you raise them.
I'm gonna say this: a household with a good, strong male in it will have good female leadership in it. Because why wouldn't it? It flows down. If you're gonna be the head, and they trickle down that way.
But I think the females, they still need a female person in their life to
but
teach them
no,
about
No, I'm not.
That's
saying,
not what he's saying.
No,
Oh,
I'm
okay,
not
okay,
saying they
okay.
don't need a female.
Oh, okay,
What
okay.
I'm saying is,
the structure will still be there.
if you have a good male, who he's gonna likely attract a good female. See, right now we have so many mixed signals in society about what a good female is. Big booties don't count. They're nice, but that's a luxury. Okay,
Looks don't matter at
You don't
all.
need-
To be honest with you.
What?
Oh, man.
I'm gonna tell you something.
They shouldn't matter.
They shouldn't.
They should matter. They should matter.
Ass no matter what.
But beauty's in the eye of the beholder.
Beauty
So-
is in the eye of the beholder.
Yes,
It's
yeah,
relative.
that's what I
So
mean.
it's not to say that the whole world has to think your mate is attractive.
Ain't
Right.
nobody
But
out
you
here
ain't.
thirsty for Precious.
Somebody, Precious
But
just-
somebody
Precious had a
jocking
baby
Precious.
and she got married.
Somebody
Totally
just
did.
Precious got money.
Bruh.
That bitch ain't walking down murder.
Bruh, you don't know that. People like that type of chick.
Man,
different.
it was-
strong.
All right, everybody's
like that
different.
walking down
Different.
murder right
And they
now.
got a
Everybody
man.
different.
And they got a man. And they got a man.
Yeah, but you want to know what they look like?
What they man?
Yeah,
it don't
they
matter what
do.
they man look like.
Yeah, it does matter.
They got a
It
man.
don't, but
It really
I'm saying-
don't. It don't.
That's not.
You ain't gotta fuck them.
Let's not act like talking about beauty is an eye, but it depends on how much money you got and
No,
that,
no, that's not true.
escalates.
Sometimes that is a factor. I'm not gonna lie.
Come on,
Money
now.
does
Then
matter with stuff, but
come
beauty's
on,
in
then
the
why-
eye of the
then
beholder.
Why do people break up with people who have money?
Because they stupid.
Well, because they can get their money.
Oh,
Well, they already got money.
Because everybody out here chasing checks.
No,
for a
no,
No,
partner.
not everybody. It's just
Exactly.
certain
Either
Most
they-
people ain't.
Yeah, most people aren't.
Most people ain't
I'll
going
answer
digging.
your question. You just asked a question. Why do people break up with people with money? The reason why is because they either already got that amount of money or close to it, or they can get that person's money. Otherwise, they're not breaking up with that bitch. Or nigga.
Police.
You got you got
That
people
shit
who
does not
cheat
happen.
on people with
Them
money.
broke
man.
people-
Well, that
Them-
happens
them
because
poor
that's
people-
that happens because that's
poor people
emotional.
wouldn't have
But
no
they're not just
kids.
gonna leave them.
Okay, intern Bud just gave me this or whatever.
better be good.
61% of men and women think their lives would be better if they were more attractive. 64% of people said their appearance has helped them gain assistance from a stranger, and 62% said it has gotten them better service in a store. Almost half of the people we polled even believe that being better looking would help them get a promotion, and 47% said, huh?
You know what?
Are you guys all models?
They think that because they not that. Everybody
Appearance
thinks the
gets you so
grass
much
on the
farther.
other side is so
It's
green.
green.
You know what though? I do think that there is a such thing as like beauty privilege. Like if you look better, you get better shit.
Yes.
That
It's-
makes sense.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
that
I
makes
agree with that. So
But money, this is where the money thing comes. If you have money, that counterbalance, that throws everything off.
It don't.
Because a lot of niggas that wouldn't fuck Precious would fuck with her now because she's in a position of.
see, my thing about that is,
and I'm sorry, Precious.
Pretty
I
sure.
don't mean to use you like the
I don't,
prototype.
well, you
but-
ain't using.
Oh, you're gonna be all extra
Precious is a
delicate
character.
with Precious.
Okay, yeah, Precious. Okay,
Precious
bomb.
is a character.
Good.
Not
That's
this
not a real
bitch is
person.
raising kids by themselves.
But my
Precious.
thing about that is the only reason why I can't support that is because I don't want to be contradictive or whatever. We just sat here and said niggas fuck anything, and then now you trying to say that
No, no.
that Precious can't
not
get
a
it because
chick.
she
No,
too
no,
ugly.
see,
Yeah, come
no,
on.
no.
'Cause
You
if
trying,
Precious was in
you trying to
front
say
of
you talking about fucking and talking about, hey, this is my bitch, everybody, and you just walking in
Okay,
there.
so
you
he's
talking about old
lady.
distinguishing between the two.
All right,
Okay,
all
okay,
right,
you're talking about
all right,
oh,
well.
You know, Precious could get it. I'm on these
But see,
goddamn
it's
Seagrams.
but see, it's them kind of spots that lead. But see, it's them reckless choices that lead to these single parent households where you got to film your baby mama to come
true.
pick your kids up.
Yo, I just
Y'all
want
better
to
get
point
off of
out.
that.
I just want to point out to Bro Nation that Bud is sitting on the couch Looking like a disgusted white daddy when his son just couldn't hit the ball at the baseball game.
His
He's so sick
resignation
of
letter
Tank shit.
just came in my email.
His 2 weeks is coming.
I just got it.
I ain't never seen Bud look like that in all my years of being his whole friend. He's like, oh, you wildin'. Like, God. Shout out to Ha Davis. Come on the pod, man. But regardless, though, if you precious and you ugly and you got a man, y'all raise that kid, man. Get that thing right.
Would
Yeah,
it surprise
man.
you all if I said that I don't really support feminism as a woman?
No.
No, I wasn't surprised because feminism is
Okay.
bullshit, and you ain't no bullshit nigga. Salute.
Thanks.
That's a good point.
Complimenting her somewhere.
That is a good compliment.
Yeah.
But you know what, man? Your values of what you've displayed to me so far in our friendship, you don't come off as a feminist. Feminists act a certain way and do certain things or whatever. I argue with a lot of them on Facebook, so I know.
I think the real hardcore feminists are feminists because some nigga in their life done fuck with them and violated them
They
in a
angry.
certain way, and they just hate niggas. The real feminists, like a lot of them don't. A lot of them just hate niggas.
Would you
hate
think-
me.
Is that where misogynists come from? That a woman has treated them really badly and now they don't respect women and treat them like
No, they just don't respect women off real because nobody instilled the value of respecting women in them. Same thing with feminists.
Yeah, it goes like way back. Way back.
Same thing with
Women
feminists.
used to be property.
It's
You
deeper
feel
than
me?
rap.
It's still property in some.
Would you say that? Who would y'all say that was a feminist that's not like extreme? Would you say Angela Rye was a feminist
I
or
don't know what that
Oprah?
is. Don't know what
Angela
that is.
Rye is the light skinned chick from
I know Angela
CNN.
Rye
She real
and
good.
let me shut up. Angela Rye. I
Do
don't
you
think
think
she's
she's
a
a
hardcore
feminist?
feminist.
No.
No.
I ain't say hardcore. I'm saying a feminist. Like
Roseanne Barr?
if
Is Roseanne Barr a
if the
feminist?
extreme hardcore feminist is the people that screaming we hate men and blah 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 blah. Who is the median? Who is the average?
I don't know,
feminist?
man.
Ellen
I mean,
DeGeneres?
Ellen DeGeneres is probably.
and what is she?
She's in the
Somebody tell me what she is.
Oh my God.
She 12%.
We
No, we're
should
not
have
gonna keep
named
arguing
her.
about these
We should have
percentages.
named somebody else.
Y'all gonna try and make me feel like 12%
You
is some
should have
big
named somebody
number.
else.
I don't know if Ellen DeGeneres is a feminist though. She more.
You're proving my-
Whoopi
you're
Goldberg.
proving my
What
point.
about Whoopi
Whoa,
Goldberg?
Whoopi Goldberg.
is definitely
Whoopi
a feminist.
She
Goldberg.
is a
For
feminist,
sure.
and she's not extreme.
For sure.
Wanda
For sure.
Sykes, I feel like that's another one.
The chick who
I
sang-
know Whoopi
that's
Goldberg
a-
pussy hairy than a motherfucker.
You fuck Whoopi?
No, I know that pussy hairy. You can look at tell that pussy.
You don't know that about Whoopi, man.
And her underarms. You don't
Whoopi a
shave her
classy
underarms.
lady, man. Why? Cause she got dreads?
No, because of the way she dressed.
Boy, you stereotyping. You
I no.
stereotyping.
You see the way she dressed? She don't shave her arms.
She wear pantsuits, Cedric. Pantsuits.
No, the fuck she don't.
Yes, she do.
Boy, have you seen
You
her
ever
on
watched
The
The View? She
Yes.
wear pantsuits.
She never
and
wear no
jacket.
fucking pantsuit.
What she wear?
You ain't
Cedric?
gonna find a picture of this bitch. Bud.
Whoopi
Goldberg
Goldberg pantsuit.
pantsuit, man.
Hey, boy.
We need a
We need images.
Hey, boy, that's gonna be 1977. This bitch was in a pantsuit.
So it's gonna be yesterday.
Oh my God.
Bro, what is she talking?
It's gonna be her going to the store yesterday.
Wait. Y'all think
my
Whoopi
gosh.
Goldberg ain't never eat no pussy?
I ain't got nothing to do with that.
I
I'm
don't-
talking about do she wear pantsuits?
That don't even make you a
Did she
lesbian.
say she was a? What are we talking
That
about?
don't even make
It
you a
don't make
lesbian.
you-
I
Bro,
agree with
listen,
that.
I don't know what the
That
hell
don't
we-
make
Make
you a
you a little
lesbian.
curious.
It don't make you a lesbian.
It just means you've done some things. In your life.
Yeah.
Whoa, now we got a whole nother topic, bro.
We
Listen.
don't gotta talk about that though.
Oh, we gotta talk about this.
It don't make you a lesbian.
If
bro.
you eat pussy, that don't make you a lesbian.
No.
If you suck dick, that don't make you gay.
Yeah.
Whoa, it's a pause. Oh, it's a pause.
Gay for pay. Ain't that a whole industry?
I think it's a different
That's a whole
mentality. though.
industry.
Now, that got to go with society structure.
We off the rails.
Well, it might be, but that's a
Yeah, let's
different.
get out them bushes.
Yeah.
Well,
Agreed,
what we
agreed,
said we
agreed.
gonna talk about for the second part?
Gay for pay.
We
In the modern world.
I'm about to say we freestyling like a motherfucker right now.
Now, you can't pick and choose what you got double standards for. If you think that this is different than for men and this is different for women, I mean, you can't
I don't think
can't say everything is equal and then on the side have double standards for shit.
There isn't. There's
I got double standards for. That's just my thing. And I mean, we are equal but not the same. So it's going to be double standards. It's just how
Men and women or people or
men
what?
and women. That's what I'm talking about,
Oh, okay.
or whatever. We're equal as in our abilities
We're not.
as humans or whatever to do certain shit, but. It's certain shit women better than men, just naturally,
not.
just genetically.
Right.
And there's certain things men better than women in, just genetically. We're talking about Serena Williams or whatever. She can't beat the best male tennis,
Yo, the discouragement on Matt
Fade
face.
to black.
No, I'm talking about the best. I'm talking about she.
Oh yeah, you're right. No,
Right,
that's
right.
And that's what I'm
Exceptional,
saying. Yeah,
exceptional
you're right.
versus
She
exceptional.
ain't beating
Yes,
Roger
that's
Federer.
what I'm
She ain't
saying.
beating
And
Roger
that
Federer.
shows
You're right.
that even though they're both the top tennis players. It's a difference between men and women or whatever. You know, can't get around it.
She'll beat
Don't be
Novak
mad at me.
Djokovic though.
Right, but I think one thing too is, unlike when we talk about equal rights for people, men and women not being equal isn't negative by nature, right?
Yes.
Because I
Yeah.
wouldn't want my dad to be as sensitive as my mother.
You know what? You're right about that, Matt.
Yeah,
I'm
that's a
glad
good
you brought that
point.
up. But
That's
I
a
think
really
that's
good
part of the problem. I think people
Right.
think that when I say a woman ain't equal to a man, because I don't believe that. I don't think that women are equal to men. But I don't mean it in a detrimental way.
Right.
But I think society has framed it to where when you say that, it's
That
wrong.
negative connotation.
Right. I can't have no baby, dog. Like, I've seen a woman have a baby. That's some gangster shit. Cool. But also, I think that there's a bunch of stuff that I can do that a woman can't do. Or whatever.
Yeah.
So,
And there's certain things I wouldn't want my woman doing.
right. For sure.
Baby, you come get this box. That ain't gonna work.
People just too sensitive. I just don't understand why you just can't be in your place and live your life. I think people just do too much.
Well, you know, James Winston
you say?
said,
Be in your place.
be in your place.
No, I'm saying a man, if
know
you
what you-
know,
A man be where a man supposed to be, and a woman be where a woman
Yeah.
supposed to be.
Gender
Now, you know,
roles.
James
Yeah.
Winston
I
said
just-
that last year to when he was talking at Boys and Girls Club or whatever.
Yeah.
And he said, men, y'all go out there, y'all be strong, y'all be leaders, y'all lead y'all households. And he said, women, y'all respect the men's and y'all be, you know, I forgot what the word is. I don't want to misquote. Quiet. He said, y'all
No. He said, women be quiet for a second. Girls be quiet for a second. I want to hear from my fellas. That's what happened.
okay.
Let me hear you be strong.
Okay.
Which, if we
Yeah,
talking
they,
about...
they
the
trashed
last-
him for that, though.
They murdered him.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, as a country, we want strong
And you know
men.
what?
Right. What's wrong
and you
with
know
that?
what's funny about
Because
that?
he told the girls to be quiet. Like,
Yeah,
girls can't be strong. That's
and
not what he was
now,
saying.
Now
Here we
come
go.
back around to
Right.
this
There you
week
go. Exactly.
when they was talking about James Winston doing his best Donald Trump and grabbing pussies and shit.
It was a tit.
When it was a tit, they said crotch on the report.
I heard it was a breast.
Well, regardless
Oh,
of what he
Lord.
grabbed,
Two hands?
yeah, regardless of what he grabbed or whatever. When I was listening to Bud, what's the name of that show in the morning that don't get ratings and not better than Flag in the Play? The Get Up. When I was listening to the Get Up, Michelle Beadle, who I used to like until I heard her say this, and I'm not trying to be a James Winston apologist, but I feel like this is off base.
Fuck that. You don't need no caveat. What that
But
bitch
listen,
said.
she said that James Winston don't like women, and he has a reputation of mistreating women because of what happened with him in college, where he got falsely accused for rape, and because he told those little girls to be quiet. Clearly, he don't have respect for women.
Oh
I thought
my
that was
God.
out of. I thought that was that's wrong,
That was
bro.
stupid.
That's not
She's
true.
stupid. That was
First
stupid.
of all, just because a woman accused you of sexual assault and then you get exonerated from it, you didn't do it or whatever. That don't mean you hate women, bro. Go ahead, man.
You know what? I know dudes that do respect women don't run into these kind of problems.
Now, see, that's what she was saying.
That's all I'm saying is, you know what? It's certain things. If that's not true for you, you don't have the problems that come with that. Patterns, certain
now, see,
habits.
James,
is the
James
problem.
did fuck himself by,
But the
by
girl
coming out
thing-
and apologizing for it happening. Well, you did it then, bro.
It's like anything when you get into the he said, she said stuff, it's always going to be
That's what I
murky
said.
And
and
that's
hard
my
to come
point
out
right
on.
there. Like
But
you-
the telling the young ladies to be quiet so he could speak to the men, I felt like that is a mark against him. That shouldn't be a mark. That's that whole.
Well, they said
we're
that-
chasing too much equality.
Yeah, they
I
said
don't-
that
you
he's
just
not being equal
overdoing
to the
it.
women.
I
He should have
don't-
talked to them all and
see-
told them all to be strong.
see,
He should have asked them to leave the room.
These bitches like, what's that bitch name? Beetle. This Beetle
Michelle
bitch.
Beadle.
Look, the bitches and like other ones that's in the media and shit. I don't think they know what's really a disrespectful man to a woman. Or whatever.
Anything they don't
because
like.
James Winston, he's just average cornball ass nigga, man. I mean,
Is anything
with
they
the
don't
Tallahassee or whatever, I would have slapped the shit out of James Winston. Yeah, I mean, he's. I'm
Ain't
not
no
saying
little
not
dude.
saying that.
Yeah, I was about to say he about 6'5", bro.
I'm gonna slap the shit out of him, man. You know what I mean? I ain't saying that's
He
a
is a
bad
Florida
thing.
State nigga though. You right.
Yeah, I ain't saying that's a bad thing. I mean, I think James Winston is a good nigga or whatever. But they don't know.
I do agree with
They
that.
don't know like
I don't
the
overall think
spectrum of
Dog,
James
dude.
Winston.
Yeah.
All right, me and
Who's your boy from the Panthers? They ended up with the Cowboys, and now he MMA.
Greg
fighting.
Hardy.
Greg
I've
Hardy.
been knocking
He ain't
niggas
no.
out.
He ain't no Greg Hardy.
Yeah, Greg Hardy not a good dude.
He is not a good dude.
Yeah.
I'm saying
He
I
not a good
respect
dude.
you.
James
I mean,
Winston and Greg Hardy
there's so
should not
many
be put in the
instances
same
I
boat.
could be considered way worse than any of that shit James Winston did. All of us here.
Don't
Could be-
confess.
or whatever. No, I'm just saying, as they would see as disrespectful to women.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like the whole you should have addressed the boys and the girls at the same time thing. That's kind of silly, man.
I think people are just
y'all need to chill
y'all
out.
just being overly sensitive.
But you
for
know,
no
it's just
reason.
like these white people that called, like the white lady who called the police on the people barbecuing, and the white lady who called the police on the little girl selling water. Like they feel like whatever they feel like is a problem at that time is super important or whatever.
Yeah.
And Shorty, who called the police on the little girl who was selling water on the street, she got a whole bunch of heat for the shit, and now she's lost her affiliate for her dispensary because she was running a weed dispensary across the street from where the little girl was selling water. And she called the police, and now everybody like, well, don't support it. And then the dispensary pulled out, and she went on TV crying.
Good.
Like she a victim or something.
What they do.
That's what. Let me stop.
Yeah,
No,
right.
don't say it. Wait a minute, Bria about to say something profound. Say it, Bria. What? That's what them white bitches do.
Say it, Bria. Say it.
I say it for you.
That's what they do. I'm not gonna call them that, but that's what they
That's
do.
what the
That's
white
what they
people
always
do.
do.
That-
They got that whole damsel in distress thing.
Why y'all doing that, white people? Stop calling the police on niggas that's not doing nothing.
Let me tell you something too. Police ain't this remedy for every situation.
Yeah,
They are not.
bro.
They're not
They're
the
usually the
universal
problem.
And
Sorry.
every police is
White people
not.
think they
Every
are.
police is not the. Oh, I'm gonna come and shoot a nigga police. Because a lot of
Because that's what they be hoping for.
That's what they hope.
They
I
hope
don't
that
think-
But
kinda-
with what's being shown on TV lately and the way Trump got them feeling,
They white.
they do
They
think every
know.
police
They
like
know
that.
as soon as they. Oh my god.
They
It's
feel
way-
like
they
I'm
hope
white, this a nigga. If I say I'm a victim or I'm in trouble, bam,
They
what you say,
coming.
cuz? You see him? Bam.
They don't know.
It's way too much. Oh.
It's way more good cops than it is.
It's not.
Well, not good cops. Well, it's way more rational cops than it is the fucked up ones that
It's
just
not.
want to shoot a nigga.
It's not.
Come on, intern, bud.
Oh.
Here go a new one hot off the presses. Cleveland neighbors called the cop on this little black boy for mistakenly mowing their lawn.
And the cop that came was a rational cop.
Yeah, the cop. Now, yeah.
He was like, man, just cut the camera out. I don't want to do all this on camera. He did say cut the camera out, but that's just because he didn't want it to be.
It ain't that big.
He didn't want it to go
Like
viral.
viral, yeah.
And
Be like, oh,
but
this
he was a
was-
nice little cop or whatever. Most of these motherfuckers is rational, they or whatever, and they calling the cops thinking it's going to be goddamn
Tamir
Rambo.
Rice again. They think it's Tamir
They think
Rice.
It's gonna be that shit.
Because somebody called the police on Tamir Rice. Some white person called the police on a 12-year-old little boy playing in the
12-year-old
park
boy.
by himself with a freaking plastic orange
A
water
play
gun.
gun. He
It was
a
orange.
child.
And they called the police on him, and the police showed up and shot him. So when
you
white
know
people
what,
see
though?
that, they
Makes me
think
so
they can
angry.
reciprocate
But
it.
you know what's sickening
12.
about that is what they're really doing is saying, I have a problem, but I want somebody else to
Have
get
to
their
handle
hands
it.
dirty.
Damn right. Ain't no white
That's-
person gonna come
that's
up to you and
very
tell
true.
Boy,
you.
you hit the
That
nail
was
on
You
the
ain't-
head.
that was
You're right.
That's
Cause ain't no because they
Cowardly.
soft, right? They soft. Ain't no white person who got a problem with anything you doing gonna directly
to-
come up to
of
you.
course
You know
not.
what? Just like when you at the job and somebody and you do something and they be like, oh, I don't know what the fuck. I'm gonna go tell. And they do that walk.
You're not going to pick up the box, Bria?
Hell,
I'll be back.
I'll be back. Yeah, exactly. Like they don't have that type of spirit. They don't have that heart. Just like when they came over here and they colonized over the Native Americans, they wasn't gonna build no houses themselves. They was like, go get me some
Right.
niggas.
They lazy.
Free
And they
labor.
scared.
They lazy and scared.
But you know, the other thing is, it's just a matter of, at some point, if you feel like somebody is disrespecting you or standing on your rights, if you can't stand up for yourself, if you always feel like you got to call in somebody to be your hero, you're going to always be a loser.
Well,
yeah.
they do have the advantage of going through life and growing up and knowing that the whole system and everything is
It's
for
for
you.
them.
Like the America,
And that's what they thinking when
the
they dial
judges,
911.
The criminal system, the police, all of that is for you, and the rest of them niggas just get in.
Said
where
no
you fit in.
meth addict ever.
But then I kind of agree with Tank. When no white people be calling the police, they think like the cops are here to serve me, not you.
Not you.
But see, that's what I was saying when we was talking about patriotism. And I'm not saying any of y'all need to change your views. I'm just saying I feel like white people feel like this day country, that's day flag, is day anthem.
And we
this they
imposing
shit,
on it.
And we just some niggas.
Y'all
that
ain't supposed to be
feel.
here.
But I really feel
so
like,
y'all need to be regulated.
I really feel like that part of white society is dying out.
It is.
I
No,
feel
It's gonna
I
have
agree with
to.
that. I feel
It's
like-
gonna have to.
I agree with
Right,
that.
right. I feel like time is getting us closer and closer.
Yeah.
Because again, none of us are gonna leave the show today worried about getting lynched.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Give us about 30 more years, all the motherfuckers be dead.
For the most part.
Well, I be hoping I run into a cracker like that. But where you
No,
going?
you
nigga,
don't.
boy?
won't.
No,
But
you
you
don't.
I never.
I don't
know
think you
that.
want to wish that on yourself.
If he gonna be like
If you
that,
on your own
you
and
got
a bunch
own
of white people come
Oh,
surrounding you,
I'm not scared of white people like that.
Okay.
I think that I could take at least 3 of them.
What if it's
Now,
What if
before-
it's 10?
Now,
yeah, what if it's 20?
if it's 4,
What
it's a
if it's
stretch.
the right two?
If it's, well, see, most of the time, if it's the right 2, they not on some shit.
They coming for your
You
tank.
know why you'll
not-
never
you're a
run into
marked
that?
man.
You know why you'll never run into that, bro? Because of what Matt just said, bro. They soft.
scary.
They
They're
scary. They ain't
scary.
never gonna call police. Just
It's
like
And
two
yeah.
that's ready to string you up right
the
now.
first time I got called a nigga by a white person,
but you're
right?
not gonna be where they at for the most part.
And that's true.
When they in the string them up move.
That's
Yeah,
it,
that's
exactly. And the first time I got called a nigga by a white person,
What, you
I
got
was-
called a nigga?
Yeah, by a white person. I was
I've never been
hold
called
up.
a nigga.
I was 9 years old.
Oh, yes, I
first
was.
time.
Yo, check this out.
never
I'm
been called
walking
a nigga?
home by a white
I ain't
person.
living right.
Oh wow.
You walking home and
I'm
laughing?
saying you've been called a nigga by a white person. No.
Never. I mean, Gene at Walmart, that pussy ass
Nah,
cracker.
fuck Gene.
He called me a
Fuck
nigga,
you,
but it
Gene.
was like when he was walking away and under his breath.
Yeah.
That's how it happened.
Yeah.
But it's still the same.
I was
He
never-
still calls
He
you
ain't
a
never
nigga.
been like, you fucking nigga.
Again, he can't do it to your face.
Yeah, I never been
Bus
called
stop.
a nigga to my face.
They drove by. I'm 9 years old, sitting outside Mender Middle. They ride by in the truck, shouted. So y'all at least 16.
That shit don't count.
Yeah, but
Pussy ass
but
crackers.
see, but see,
That's the same.
But that's what we're talking
Yeah.
about. But
When
it's not a lot
my
of it's not a lot
situation,
of
I'm
people
walking
trying to run up on you.
from the elementary school carnival
Yeah,
at
yeah.
SP, walking back to Annie House or whatever. Truck drive past full of white people. They throw a soda on me, nigger.
Got him. That's a prank. That's a prank. That's different. That wasn't racist. That was a prank.
I'm standing there like this. I'm like, what?
They really tried you. You should have chased that truck.
Right.
Oh, tell
Cool
Coulson
was in
just
the
said that
back.
was him. He was in there. What's the dude from Dave Chappelle show? That was the black dude who was blind.
Clayton Biscuit.
That's Tim. Tim, don't do name
was
Clayton
him
Biscuit.
shooting
Bud,
birds
please
on
go
the back
change
of
his
the
name to
truck.
Clayton Biscuit in the thread.
Please don't judge me.
Hey, now wait a minute. So I didn't want to confirm this because it never happened to me or whatever. But has a white person ever just been like straight up like, what the fuck you doing, nigger? Like,
I'm not no
like,
Not unless they was drunk.
I'm never expecting that. I'm
I'm not
sorry.
no small
I don't think
dude.
that's ever
Yeah,
gonna
You
happen.
gotta
in
be
my
drunk
life.
to do that shit.
Yeah,
And
I-
yeah,
I-
like out your mind.
I got it. I expect if it would have happened to me, it would have happened when I was like from the age of a baby to like 10.
Yeah, maybe so. Yeah. But you know what though? White people. Here's when white people decide they're gonna call a black person a nigga. Like you'll be at a party or whatever, and this college shit. So Bria, you probably no, you went to an all black college.
I did.
But you too, man.
Shout out to the HBCU.
Yeah, HBCU. Shout out in the house. But when you in college, right? You at a party, right? And it's a frat party or whatever. Yeah, bro, we're so happy you're here, man. Here's a keg, bro. Da da da. Like something escalate or something between you and the other person. And that white dude be drunk. He be like, you know what? You're just a fucking nigger. That's when they say that shit. And
That is what that is. That's
Then
what
all the
happened.
other white people be so scared. They be like, my God, what the fuck?
Them go words. Ain't them go words?
You ain't even, as a black dude at that point, you ain't even got to do nothing.
You
Because
don't. They do
he
it for
banished
you.
himself.
Because most white people ain't trying to
Yeah,
walk up and call nobody nigga.
Yo, you don't say that in public. They
better
told him
not.
at the Klan meeting later on. Yo, you fucked up.
See,
You
I
say
don't-
the password in public.
I don't.
House rules. House rules.
See, I don't put that much power into the word of because when somebody says something and it has an emotional effect on you or whatever, more so than it does in them, that means that they have power over
you
you
go.
to get that kind of emotion out of you. So when they say the word nigga, even if a cracker could walk up to my face and say call me a nigga, it wouldn't be the fact that he called what he called me. It would be the fact that you disrespecting me, that you
Right, his
saying
intentions
fight with.
behind
it.
So,
What's
yeah,
going on?
So
Right.
it's not the
Like
fact
Matt
that
say, it's go time.
yeah, it ain't the fact that you call me. I don't give a fuck about you calling me a nigga. Like if a cracker listening to
back.
rap and he be like, yeah, that's my nigga. I be like, all right. I feel kind of uncomfortable. I let him know, but I'm not just gonna want to whoop his ass or nothing or whatever because that
I really don't even care.
I don't even give a fuck either. I don't.
But
care.
at the
I'm
point,
sorry.
at the
I
point that he
can't.
would walk up and
Can't
call
let
you a
go.
nigga, it would seem like we can't talk about this anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
You don't
So I
seem
guess
to
it
be in the
depends on
talking
the
mood.
way.
Oh, you ready to throw the
Like,
name?
you-
You done said to me that
You
what I
done
have to
got
say don't
balls.
matter no more.
You done
You
pulled
knew-
the whole
Right.
hood
Right.
off.
Because
Exactly.
it would be like a black
It ain't
dude
undercover
walking
no
up
more.
and be like,
It's
you a
about that
pussy ass
time.
nigga. Well, you know what? We're not here to talk no more.
That's right.
Nah, I gotta whoop your ass.
Tell
for
all
MNT.
diplomacy.
I'm sorry, I'm
Because if a
sorry.
black dude walk up to you and be like, "What's up, pussy ass nigga?" You know that. Whoop your ass.
Ain't
Tell
got
next
nothing to
time
do.
So you don't want to talk no more is what you're saying.
Because right, it don't matter. It's about the intentions behind the verbiage, not the verbiage. Because it don't matter. Because when a nigga walk up to you with that, you gotta handle business, bro.
I love the word nigga, goddamn it.
I enjoy it.
One
too.
of the reasons I love it is because white people don't want that. White
make
people,
them
white people
uncomfortable.
try to tell us. This is my thing to trip me out. White people try to say you shouldn't say nigga. What the fuck you gonna tell me what not to say, bitch? You.
Yo, I will say this though. I gotta say this because you said that. That is one of my pet peeves in life with white people. Don't tell me I shouldn't say nigga. Shut the fuck
Don't tell me
up.
that I shouldn't say anything. Don't tell me
You don't,
anything
yeah,
about
you
what
don't
I should
get-
say.
You don't have
how
the
I
right
should
to tell
act,
me what I can
nothing.
say or whatever. I
Period.
don't even like when black people tell me not to say nigga, but I damn sure don't like when white
I
people
always
say it.
ask a nigga when you tell me not when a nigga when the nigga tell me not to say nigga. I say, all right, well, what do you call yourself? All right. And
I call myself black.
I be like, all right, well, whatever you decide to call yourself, it wasn't a nigga in the room when that was decided. That's acceptable for you to be called.
You made your choice.
All right,
Right.
so whatever you,
You're right. When we went from color to black to
Negro.
African American to Negro, no nigga decided that. They was like,
weren't in
what
there
we calling
voting.
these niggas today?
what we gonna call these?
It's just like with Bud when we was reading that stat earlier where it say non-Hispanic whites, right?
They ain't asked for that.
So they ain't asked for that. But you know what the government did do? They was like, we taking this census. And there's too many white people coming up because these light-skinned Hispanic people talking about they white.
Mixing this
We
up.
can't have it, so we got to come up with another term. So now to be white, you have to be non-Hispanic white. That all got to do with fucking benefits and shit like that or whatever. So they was like, don't mix it up. So yeah, you right about that one, cuz. Hell no. Like,
I like it.
they got-
I like it because it makes them uncomfortable. I can say
There you
something that you can't say, and it's like, aha. I got you.
yeah, I love making white people.
One of our small
you
privileges.
so petty.
One of our small privileges.
Reparations.
I got you.
We
I
got
like
the
that,
N-word.
though. I like
We don't
that.
get much. You gotta take what we have.
Yo,
That's our reparations.
Matt, right? That's our reparations. We can say
You get to
nigga.
say this
We got
word
the
and you
N-word.
can't.
That's it. But then you know sometimes you have those black dudes with black people like I can't. That you just out here saying nigga. You're so disrespectful.
But I'm cool with that because it's just like profanity. Everybody's
It's
not a
just
fan
like
of it.
profanity.
Yeah.
So you
Same
know,
thing.
if you get caught up in trying to control the words coming out of other people's mouth, you're gonna have a long life.
Long life. Do you think niggas a profane word?
You said what?
Not to me,
I don't. Do you
but
think
to some
niggas
niggas
profane?
it is.
I think it's
Oh.
contextual, kind of like motherfucker. I feel
Yeah,
like that,
yeah.
I feel like that can be hey.
I guess,
What's up, motherfucker?
I guess it depends on how you use it. Yeah,
I think
it just
every word is
depends
like
on how
that.
you use it.
Cunt. No, white people
That's not
hate
even a
cunt.
word we use. I ain't heard that in 50 years.
So black people. You just want to say it because the white people like,
Yeah.
no, it's not.
I didn't like it.
The black people, we don't even care.
That's
We
not
No
don't
part
white
of
people listening right now, you fucking
Cunning
cunt.
That's not part of your
cunt.
reparations. You don't get to use that
You don't
word.
get to use that one. That was our
Leave it
fault.
alone, Tank. That's not for us.
White people hate that shit.
They
What?
really do.
I never run into it.
It is an ugly ass word.
What? Like
It don't
moist.
need- it don't need-
White people don't like when you say moist. Fuck them. Like what
They
you
don't like
talking
when you
about?
say moist?
Bruh, say moist to a white person tomorrow. You go get fired from your
How
job.
is this cake?
Dead
It's
ass.
moist.
Moist,
Feel
mean-
my
moist.
voice.
What did you
I
just
really
say?
feel like that's a
Hold on.
bad stereotype.
No, bro.
I ain't never ran
all
into
my
moist.
white
Moist
listeners.
mean you gay.
Wait, what?
Now we making up stuff. Bub,
I'm
reel
not
him
making
in.
that up.
Reel
Bruh,
him in.
Google do moist make you
Really?
How
gay?
did we get to that? I don't understand.
No, that
how
moist
does
mean you
voice
gay.
make you gay?
No, not moist make you gay. What
No,
the
how
fuck?
I
does
mean
moist-
you
Really?
gay.
How does
Whatever,
moist
however
mean
you
gay?
said it.
How does moist mean
Whatever.
you gay?
Oh, it was started by the 5150 show, Corey Hogan. Man, it was like, you moist.
Oh, you saying it's like a thing that he don't nobody listen to 5150, just like don't nobody listen to this.
Hey,
You out
I'm
here-
trying to
you
start
out here
not
trying
well
to spread
founded.
these,
moist.
We got just
These
as many
urban
listeners
myths.
as the 5150. We need to come up with our own.
Why your
words.
booty so moist, boy?
Nah, see, if you put it in that context,
I just was
Then
playing
it's
basketball.
different when you put it like
Just because
that.
that don't mean you funny. You could have been playing basketball
And your booty
and you
just sweating.
sweating.
But my
y'all be out
ass
here.
ain't never moist.
leave it alone. Leave that moist alone. It ain't for you.
See what I'm saying?
Leave
Moist
it
is a
alone.
bad word.
Just back off of that.
Moist is way
Let's
worse
get
than
back-
I'm
nigga.
hungry. I don't like moist.
Let's get back to the N word.
Cunt. I just felt like
we
saying
at?
it again. Fuck it.
But we need
I
some
bet we done got
coupons.
took down off of YouTube because we keep saying cunt. Episode number 16, Cunty McCuntkins. Get the fuck out
Well,
of
it was
here.
fun while it lasted, folks.
I know.
and we appreciate you
Oh, we still
following
good?
us.
Oh, shout out to YouTube for
Okay.
not taking them out, you
Hey.
cunts. I'm sorry.
Because
I'm
it don't
at-
mean nothing to us.
It don't
It's
mean
a word.
Yeah, it's
word.
just like, it
It's
is
a
what
word.
it
You know how
is.
some words
Okay.
make you cringe? It don't even make you cringe when you hear it or
'Cause
whatever.
it's a word.
It's a word.
It makes
Yeah,
them
like
cringe,
they
though.
tripping, man. Like
Yeah.
it's bananas.
We the minority, so when the majority in the country says something offends them, it make us think about it. But
I don't even
I ain't
care.
never even seen.
Once I
I
became woke, I just realized
Bruh.
not to give a fuck about.
And not only that, I don't think the word cunt has ever made a nigga uncomfortable in the history of niggas. Period.
it's like cock.
That's not something.
Yeah, like
cunt
cock.
and cock. It's like that's some shit crackers.
You know what I think of when I hear cock? Dead ass. I'm not even playing.
Nigga, so
I think
that-
of like chickens. Like dead ass. I literally think of roosters. Like
What
cock.
year are you from?
I don't know why, bro. Maybe because my grandma was old and shit, and we had chickens and shit like that.
You got
But-
the internet.
Well,
It don't mean that no more.
Bud, am I
Yeah.
lying? Gamecocks, right?
Yeah.
Like dead ass. I don't know if it's because I'm country and I'm from a country. Tank from the same place, right? Don't you think roosters?
because I'm from down south and I grew up listening to Miami and Pimp C, cock is pussy.
And see, that's the inverse of what I
Whoa,
would have
game
thought.
changer.
Right.
Oh, y'all ain't know.
Yeah,
cock
you
is pussy
right.
down
No,
there.
no,
You're right.
So that's cock.
Pimp C
Yeah.
will let you know.
He'll let you know.
He'll let you know.
Cock
See,
is pussy.
exactly. But it never meant rooster, right?
I thought.
To the meaning.
I know what it means. Now I'm not naive. I do know that a big hairy cock. I know what that means. But I also,
Whoa,
for
Anthony,
me,
going off the rails.
But killed alive.
Whoa.
It's over. Stop.
but I'm just saying.
Abort.
I'm just
You
saying.
All right.
didn't have to say all that. We knew what you meant.
This
without
is
you
bruh
having to
listen
say
after
it.
dark.
Yeah, y'all got the last 30 minutes been Bruh Listen After Dog. I'm gonna name this podcast The Black Family and Bruh Listen After Dog. But that being said though, I'm just saying to me, I always think of a rooster or like the mascot from South Carolina.
Boy, you can't
Maybe
clean
that's
this
just
up.
me.
Let's just go on. Well, how much
Final
time?
thoughts. Can we go?
How much
final
time we
thoughts?
got
Almost
left?
done, bro.
It,
We done. We done.
Yeah.
Unless
B-
you want to say something else.
I wanna-
No.
You don't want to. You don't want
Wait,
nothing else.
I call
Stop
it gonna
it.
get
No,
trouble.
no,
No.
I want to use cock in its right form. A BET Award, Nicki Minaj had that cock all over the stage. Boy, that been fine in a motherfucker.
Nicki Minaj is a very beautiful woman. I agree with that. You don't like it?
You ain't see the
She'll
BET.
do it for me.
Boy, you ain't see the
What
BET
you think? Nicki
Awards.
Minaj 1 to 10.
What? Why
Give
you
me your
asking me?
opinion.
1 to 10.
Give me your
Bitch,
opinion.
I don't deal with fake. Like everything on her. is
Hey,
fake.
it's
So-
not genuine factory parts.
That's not how she looked for real.
To me, I just want to say, for me, I think Nicki Minaj, out of all the women who got the plastic surgery, she looks the best with it.
I mean, yeah.
Teen.
I
I
think she's
mean,
done an awful job with it.
You think she did
Yeah.
awful?
I'm a proportions brother. Leave it alone,
on,
bud.
no,
We done
no.
with it. We done with it. See,
after
we was doing so
the
good with the
saber
N
craft.
word.
You
We
ain't
was
been
doing
on
so
show.
good. Y'all don't went into all these C words. Got lost.
Yeah, give me the Webster's dictionary of cock.
Nobody needs it.
I want to know.
A male bird.
You can
The
Google it after the
Webster's
show.
dictionary. The Webster's dictionary version.
Final
is a
thoughts,
male bird.
Bria. What's your final thought?
A male bird.
That's
That's
what a
what
cock
the
is.
dictionary defines it as.
a male bird.
A male bird.
Nobody's confused
It
about
sounds
that.
just like that.
All right, Coley Cole.
What the fuck? This nigga take the red
Bud,
rooster.
kill the
Okay,
mic.
it's time to go.
A domesticated male chicken.
Urban Dictionary.
How
Do
it
your
sound,
job,
Cole?
bud.
Take how it sound.
Take it, bud. We got parrots loose in the studio.
Nigga, that ain't no parrot.
Look at Toucan saying.
Urban Dictionary.
Bud said did.
What Pimp C say? Since we asking.
Pimp C say, let me see that hairy booty hole. That's what Pimp
Yeah.
C said. I love
okay.
Pimp C.
Stuff, yeah.
Why you ain't gonna shit on Pimp C? That's a great song. I love Pimp C.
We ain't getting the final thoughts
We ain't
yet, so
got
let
time
me
for that.
go get into something that we
We'll
did.
get to the final thought.
What?
And
We
we
getting on
cutting you
final
off
thoughts
because you
right
about to
now.
say something
No,
real stupid.
No new topic.
You done.
Nope.
We'll say that for
Use
brothers
all
after
your C's,
dog.
brother.
Man, we appreciate it.
I'm gonna put it in my final thought anyway.
Okay, well you
Then
say
you can
that
go
then.
first. You can go first.
Yeah, go first. Please go.
Socrates.
We appreciate everybody.
That's your final thought.
We got chickens loose.
We fighting.
That chicken wire that you sent wasn't good enough. Send us some more, please. But yeah, man, we appreciate everybody listening. Remember, man, Bruh Listen podcast streams live Saturday 6 p.m. on YouTube. Also, y'all can check us out on any of your podcast providers. Hopefully, somebody from the Jacksonville Podcast Unite is listening to this. And, well, shit, by this
What up,
point, no,
niggas?
you're not. By this point, no, you're not. But if you still, Drew, you might still be listening. So, Drew, if you or Barter, one of y'all might still be listening. If y'all still listening, man, I just want to tell y'all, man, that we appreciate y'all for inviting us out to the podcast thing. I had a good time. I learned a lot. We definitely gonna be there to support the next one. So we appreciate that and all. And also, I wanted to say that if you want to start a podcast, holla at me. Hater Bear Media. I'm here for you. A few people at the podcast convention
Yeah.
said they wanted to do it, and we're going to get that started. So it was real good with networking, but you can't be left in the cold, so get with your boy. But, man, we're going to go ahead and get on up out of here with these final thoughts for the Blackest Podcast on the internet. Matt, go ahead with your final thought, man.
Yeah,
Tank
something
first.
special?
Tank
You had
ain't gonna say
something
nothing
special?
crazy, man. Tank, don't fuck it up. Tank,
I
he
got a
just
real
fucking
final
with y'all.
thought.
He got a real
Yeah, I got a
final
real-
thought.
oh,
okay. Yeah. He
Then
just
I'm-
fucking with
okay,
y'all.
Okay, cool.
I bounce off of you, my nigga.
All right. You can choose your actions, but you never get to choose the consequences. Be careful with your choices.
Yeah. All right. Nah.
Tank, final thought.
Oh.
Tank,
we
before you
didn't
say
get it.
something,
No
don't
C's.
fuck this up, bro.
No C's allowed.
Just give me a good one, bro. Make somebody proud on your final thought.
100.
Okay.
100. All right. Now, we didn't talk about polygamy during the thing. Now, I think that everybody should have at least 2 wives. If you're balling like that, 3 or 4.
Okay.
All
I
right.
agree with that.
We didn't get a chance to talk about that. Maybe we'll have a whole episode on
We might.
polygamy.
Why not?
All right. And we'll have somewhere I'm gonna talk my wife into it. Ain't get that yet, but we gonna get there. All right.
The
Don't you say no.
laughter is
get
from
if you're
Kendra
lucky.
saying, no, he not, y'all.
All right. We talking about building community and
No new
unity.
friends?
Community and unity. That's what it's all about. Go ahead on, Bria.
That was not bad, Tank. Thank you, sir. Go ahead, Bria, with your final thought. Welcome back. Oh, the cops fucking. There's more than one now.
Oh my God.
Go ahead, Bria.
Okay. On the topic that we were talking about, I feel like it's really, really important for not just for Black people, but for everybody, in general. But since we're talking about Black people, for the Black family structure to get back to being important and having a man in the house, and don't let your independence take you too far to where you feel like you don't need a man and that your children don't need that man in your life. And also, men, get it together and stop having sex with everybody and their mama.
Preach.
We can't help that.
Yeah, you can. You can help it.
We can.
We try our best, bro.
That's what's up. Everybody I feel like had a real damn good final thought. So I ain't gonna fuck it up. I just want to say, man, family structure is important, and we are allegedly the minority in this country. So let's stick together, man. It takes a village, man. So be a village.
Allegedly.
That's all I'm saying. Be a village. So everybody that listening to us on your podcast provider, we appreciate it. Bro Listen podcast number 16 is in the books. Everybody on YouTube, appreciate you, man, checking us out. As we say every week, all power to the people. Peace.